The Catalan newspaper Sport saying that PSG want Dembele in the Neymar swap. But this is what Barcelona vice president, first time we've really heard from Barcelona in regards to the Neymar deal. This is what Jordi Cardona had to say. It's a long quote, boys, settle in. From what I have read, and it seems as though it is the case, Neymar wants to return to Barca. But whether or not Barca want to sign Neymar is the part where we cannot guarantee agreement. There is a willingness on the part of the player, and now we have to decide. We have not been in contact with him, although there have been a lot of suggestions to the contrary. There are a lot of things about his decision to leave that I do not understand. The circumstances surrounding his decision have to be evaluated. He elected to leave Barca unilaterally. Obviously, he's a great player, and in a sporting sense, there is no question about his worth. But everything surrounding his departure is something we have to think about, but we have to maintain a balanced budget. We will look at who leaves to work out which players we may be able to bring in. Quite honest stuff there, Sid.
Yeah, absolutely honest. And honest and a little bit nuanced and actually leaving the door open for any potential outcome. In other words, this is a man who's saying, if we don't go... I think in part what he's trying to say is if we don't go for him, it's because we as a club took a responsible and a pride-driven decision not to do so. If this doesn't happen, it's because we're kind of above it. But it is very much leaving the door open to do it if needs be. The fact that he mentions we have to see who departs in terms of who we can bring in is him saying, listen, if this guy comes, 2, 3, maybe 4 players depart to try and generate the money to make it happen, or maybe as part of a swap deal. I think it is extraordinarily honest, surprisingly so, and, as I say, one that leaves the door open. So I suspect we might be talking about this still in a month and a half or 2 months' time.
Oh, we look forward to that. Meanwhile, last week, Barca said, look, Dembele's not going anywhere. He's going to stay. However, with all this Neymar drama developing, is there a chance that he could be part of a swap deal, Sid?
Well, look, I mean, as you rightly say, it's literally a week ago where Barcelona reportedly had told Dembele, don't worry, you're not going anywhere. Now, I suppose what changes in the meantime is the realisation, and this is encapsulated in that quote, the realisation that, hang on a minute, this Neymar thing is actually possible. If we can find a way of generating the money or generating the interest from Paris Saint-Germain in some of our players, who have we got they might be interested in? And I think that their commitment to Dembele has been lukewarm all the way through, frustrated with the way they see it, at least some of his behaviour, which is something they haven't actually said about other players on occasions, that Dembele maybe doesn't fit quite as well, that Dembele's had injury problems. And in a way, it does seem a little bit daft, because they bought Dembele, in truth, I think, overpriced when they bought him, because it was post-selling Neymar and suddenly they were flush with cash and all the prices went up and they bought this guy who, in theory, was going to be great, but it was still a little bit overpriced. They've had 2 seasons in which he hasn't quite been able to have the consistency that he would like, of course, because of injuries and on occasions not playing as well as he would like, but other moments when he's looked brilliant. And now when it feels like you're at a possible breakthrough point, now is the time when you go, yeah, well, get rid of him, we'll bring Neymar in. I mean, more than anything else, they could be right, they could be wrong, it could work, it could not work. But what it does say, I think, very clearly, is there's not really a clear structure or plan going on. What there is a reaction to suddenly realising, wow, Neymar's on the market, and we all know Neymar's brilliant. Let's see what we can do.
For more, sign up now for ESPN+.